Tonight on Highway Patrol, a passenger reads his rights back to the police.
That's my sovereign right to have my freedom to not have to... Tell him to go home.
Pulling over a red light runner is risky business.
Up to 87 there on the moving mode. Oh, and he's about to have a frame.
And Senior Constable Jackie Loveday thought she'd heard everything.
What's your reason for exceeding the speed limit tonight?
But not this. Senior Constable Mark Donovan is keeping a close eye on a tailgater in a 70k zone.
Oh, here we go, through the red. Through the red. And he's moving. Up to 87 there on the moving mode. Oh, and he's about to have a frame.
Everything this driver does is dangerous. The sooner he comes to a standstill, the better.
9:38. 9:38 p.m. So, have a bit of a chat to him. See if we can't change the way he drives. Mark Donovan from Highway Patrol. You got your licence there with you?
Yeah.
No worries. Look, the reason we've stopped you is I was sitting right behind you there when the lights turned yellow.
Did you see that Hyundai brake in front of me? I nearly smashed in the back
I saw
of it.
I saw the Hyundai brake in front of you because the light turned yellow.
Yeah, I just had the chance to indicate and go around her, and I had to cross the red light or else I was going to smash her.
Okay. If you've got an opportunity to indicate and change lanes, you've got more of an opportunity to put your foot on the brake pedal and stop.
So she braked, and she hesitated and she decided to stop. By that time, I had been left only about 1.5 metre gap. I had to go around her.
Okay. Yeah, you're not winning any arguments at all here with me because
I'm not trying to argue with
you've done that. You've changed lanes to avoid a possible collision. Fair enough.
Okay.
But then you were still a good probably 60 metres back from the lights and you floored it.
60 metres? Are you...
But when you've changed lanes?
So 60 metres, you think I was 60 metres by that time I changed lanes, 60 metres away from the traffic lights?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, I'm very sorry.
You floored it and you crossed the line. You were probably a good car length and a half back from the line when it turned red.
60 metres, which one is it?
No.
The driver is adamant he had no time to stop for the red. Maybe he's right.
You can't use the car outside business hours, which is Monday to Friday.
Sergeant Helen Polk and leading Senior Constable Trevor Stowe are out checking drivers in a quiet neighbourhood. They've just left this offender with his paperwork when they see an absent-minded driver exit Hungry Jack's.
Put your lights on, Gumbo.
We're going to pull up at the lights behind this bloke here and he's got no headlights on.
It's not the worst infringement in the world, but there might be another reason for the driver's forgetfulness.
See? He's still got no lights, mate.
This could be untidy.
But the driver's missed his chance to pull off the highway.
Gonna have to go up.
And the driver misses another exit.
Pull up beside him. No. He's got an idea. I'll get out and tell him to go on the service lane, Snowy.
Yeah, maybe I'll... Don't mate, I'll just pull up a little bit here and you can just yell at him, maybe.
Into the service lane! Turn into the service lane! Trying to get us killed!
The driver still has no idea why he's being pulled over.
Too busy eating the chips, mate.
Welcome to the Pinnacle Express.
Oh, Lordy, save me.
This driving is so bad, it's funny. So what is going on?
Is that him here?
In Deer Park, Senior Constable Jackie Loveday is following a silver Ford she's seen tailgating and possibly running a red light. The driver of the Ford clearly doesn't realise the Holden behind him is a covert patrol car. It's a dark night and the roads are slippery, but that doesn't deter this driver from quick lane changes.
And 70.
Two plates.
Huh?
2 plates.
It's not enough to pull him over yet. Jackie Loveday has to stay close up and ready to pounce. And the way this P-plater is going, it won't be long until the siren comes on.
Time out.
Absolutely ridiculous.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Senior Constable Mark Donovan has pulled over a red light runner who's convinced he couldn't have slowed down in time.
My concern is that he doesn't seem to think at this stage that he's done anything wrong.
Well, they believe that I crossed at 60 metres. I had a chance of 60 metres beforehand. I had overtaken the woman, which is completely not even true. I had only been given a metre or 2 metres before the traffic light, which the lady decided in front of me to stop. And then at that time, I had to go around her. And then, obviously, I ended up crossing the red light.
So, did he have room to stop or didn't he?
Oh, here we go, through the red. Through the red.
Another look shows there was plenty of time to stop. And Tariq is lucky not to be done for speeding as well. But that's not all.
Okay, mate, here's your licence. Now, the other thing, is there any reason why you're not wearing your glasses tonight?
Oh, that was prescripted like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, but it's still a condition on your licence that you wear them at all times.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. All right, look, I guess the thing is, do you understand what you've actually done tonight?
To be honest with you, I just don't want to insult you or be rude, but I don't believe I deserve this fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've pulled out, and then instead of stopping...
I was doing different speeds to her. It's fine, like it's...
Yeah, you were...
Yeah.
Yeah, you were speeding up to try and make it through the yellow.
Exactly, yeah. I was
you can't
at a
do
higher
that.
speed than her.
You can't do it. Even after you came through the intersection, we got the moving mode radar in there. You were doing 87, probably 50 metres after you'd made it through the intersection. So you'd effectively been speeding to try and make it through, let alone the fact that you didn't just miss the red, you well and truly missed the red.
Do you really think I deserve that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The amount of collisions I go through and the amount of injuries I see from it, because people haven't stopped at a red light,
Yeah.
okay? All righty, mate.
Thanks, mate. Have a good
Okay.
night.
You too.
Thank you. Obviously, his argument wins in his behalf. He's the one with the badge. Can't really argue with that, so I got it.
He's a reasonable guy to talk to, but he just didn't think that he'd actually done anything wrong.
How much is it? Me. There you go. Just look at that part there. $2.99, 3 demerit points.
I hope that's enough for him to change the way he drives and be a bit more sensible when he comes into an intersection.
Leading Senior Constable Trevor Stowe has intercepted a car for not having its lights on after pulling out of Hungry Jack's.
Move up a bit. Move forward a bit.
The driver has taken 3 minutes to find a safe place to stop, and only now the car comes to a standstill. Sergeant Helen Polk gets out to tell the driver he's forgotten his lights and to have a chat.
Evening, how are you? Got your licence, thanks, buddy. Any form of identification, please? Nothing. You've just been to Hungry Jack's. You've got nothing on you with your any form of identification. No card, no debit card, no Medicare card, nothing.
Are we obliged to have one?
Yes, you are. When you're driving a motor vehicle, you're required to carry a driver's licence. Beg your pardon?
We're just travelling.
What do you think he's doing? Sitting here? He's driving the motor car. So he's required. Turn the car off. So your car, jump out. Park brake on, car in park. Step out to the curb and stand on the nature strip, please.
Leave the window as it is, mate. Just leave it.
Mate, he's off his style. Just get out.
I'm under duress.
Just come out.
I'm under duress.
There seems to be more than just forgetfulness going on here.
What?
But what?
Is it under what?
I'm under
You're not under arrest. I need you to step out of your car and speak to you, please.
If we're not being detained, can we go? Are we free to go?
You are free to go. I need to speak to the driver about failing to comply with one of the road rules, who I'm going to book. He's going to be spoken to out on the grass. I'll require
He's
him.
not being detained, then we can go.
You can go. I need to speak to him. He will be.
Well, is he being detained right now? Because detain means forward progression.
He is not... Mate,
He needs to provide ID, mate. Step out of the car right now. Or
ID, I'll arrest him.
Out.
Suggest.
Move.
Out.
Time. No, it's not under duress.
Mate, I suggest you listen to me. You end up arrested. I'll have you remanded in custody unless I can understand and find out who you are, what your identity is. Do you understand?
Stop interrupting.
Yeah, he's my cousin. I'm protecting
not worried
him.
about-
I'm protecting
Listen.
him from his rights.
You-
This is his human rights, sovereign rights. We're an Australian
That's
citizen.
good. Yeah, right. And he's driving a car. Must produce identification to prove who he is.
You're driving a motor
That's the
vehicle.
law
You're
in Australia.
required, under the Road Safety Act, to state your full name and address.
Stop interrupting, because you will be arrested next. Do you understand that?
For what?
For interrupting.
How's that against the law to interrupt someone? Is that against the law?
Yes, because you're preventing us from doing our duty. Simple as that.
Preventing you doing your job.
Because you're interrupting.
I'm doing my job,
You
protecting
are-
my rights.
No.
All I want to do is issue a ticket and you're free to go.
If everything's okay, then he'll be free to go.
All right, seeing you failing to state anything, I'm placing you under arrest. I'm placing you under arrest. He's under arrest, Stoey. Come on, mate.
No, sorry.
He's failed to state his name and address. I've asked him 5 times.
No, it's not under
Come on,
duress.
come on, mate.
Let's
You're
go.
under arrest. I arrest you. Come on, out you come.
Is this your identification? Is this you?
No, it's all good.
That looks like you.
You're not under arrest. I need you to step out of your car and speak to you, please. Out.
Sergeant Helen Polk and leading senior constable Trevor Stowe are trying to ID a young man who won't talk.
Well, is he being detained right now? Because detained means...
He needs to provide ID, mate. Step out of the car right now or he'll be
I'll
arrested.
arrest him.
He's been advised by his friend that he has the sovereign right to remain silent, but that's very bad advice.
Come on, mate. You're under arrest. I arrest you. Come on. Out you come.
Is this your identification? Is this you?
No, it's not me.
That looks like you. That looks like you to me.
Are you going to state your name?
Come.
Yeah. I've been...
You are under arrest.
You're under arrest.
It's not a choice here at the moment, mate.
After a closer look, it's clear the ID isn't his, leaving the police with few options.
All right.
Bloody hell.
Do you understand what's just happened here? I was simply going to give you a ticket for not driving with your headlights on, and you would have continued on with your friends.
Public servants.
Sir, I suggest you leave.
So where will I be? Oakley?
You'll be going to Oakley until we can establish your identity. If you come out with some identification...
Oh, the keys, mate, please. Tap. You can't have the keys.
I don't consent to giving you them. I don't think my friend will consent to that.
Well, you don't have to. It's not your car.
It's not. You can't take them
Excuse
off
me, it's not your car. Give me the keys.
What are you putting hands on me? What are you doing?
You're not obliged to have the keys.
Why are you not obliged to have the keys?
Yes, I am. I'm going to return them to the rightful owner. This man was driving and in charge of the car, sir. So I'll make sure that the keys stay with him until I find the rightful owner. Do you understand that?
Good job.
Do you want to give me some of your
Keep that
details?
language up. I'll give you a ticket for language, all right? If you've got to spend
good job.
$500.
Right.
No, you can drop the F word, all right? Take a hike.
The passenger backs down when he's under threat of arrest. The driver still thinks he has the right to remain silent. Could he be hiding a terrible secret?
Bloody hell.
Senior Constable Jackie Loveday is hard on the heels of a P-plate driver weaving through traffic.
90 and 70.
She's playing a waiting game. He hasn't seriously offended yet.
Time out.
She has to stick close in case this new Falcon tries to make a break.
120.
So you sit on there.
100.
Another set of lights, another standing start.
See what he does now. What an idiot.
And the driver of the Ford is rearing to go.
Spinning his wheels. Drop again.
Off again. 124.
Where are you? Big brakes.
In the 70 zone, under brakes. Just been following this car up Kings Road. It's actually a 70 zone. His speed's varied. He's driving like an absolute cat. He's probably followed him for 400 metres at 120, between 120 and 125 in the 70 zone. So I guess we're going to have a chat to him, that's for sure. I think he's cotton onto us being here now. So we'll pull him up just up here around the roundabout link.
Jackie Loveday is looking forward to pulling him over as soon as there's room to do it safely.
He's been driving very nicely now.
He is. It's amazing when you put a police car behind someone how sedately they'll drive.
Yeah.
You, driving like a spastic. Cool.
Senior Constable Jackie Loveday thinks she's heard every excuse in the book for speeding. Until now.
What's your reason for exceeding the speed limit tonight?
Just had to go to the toilet.
How'd you get to the toilet?
Yeah, that's it. Nothing major.
All right.
It's an unusual excuse for sudden lane changes, speeding and braking heavily. Most drivers would just pull into a server.
Right. We followed you from Neil Road.
I saw that.
You saw that. If you've got someone on your tail, why don't you slow down?
Because he was right up me and I really had to go towards it.
So that gives you an excuse
No,
to
that doesn't
do
give you an excuse.
125
Doesn't give
or
you an
124 in a 70 zone. Mate, you're 54 kilometres over the speed limit.
Yep.
All right? Not only one, it's going to be a fine for you.
Yep.
You're going to be off the road for 12 months.
Yep.
Your car will be impounded. What possessed you to do what you did tonight, mate?
Nothing really, just stupidity.
Stupidity. Pretty much.
The driver is on a provisional licence. He's a typical case and he knows it. Leading Senior Constable Terry Moore has some words of advice.
Your driving was just erratic. Your lane changing was terrible. If you indicated, you only indicated once and moved, right? For when you get your licence back, listen to me, right? Your indicator lets other traffic know what you want to do. It doesn't give you the right to do it, but it lets you know what you want to do. So drive your car properly, drive it sensibly. You've worked out how much it's cost you, all right, and 12 months on your feet, which is going to kill you.
It is.
Yeah, you know, so it's not worth it to muck around in a car.
It's not.
The driver is looking at a serious adjustment to his lifestyle, but it could have been much worse.
It did make me think. It's a big thing on your mind. If something happens, like they say, and if you get in an accident and you don't want to survive, what are you going to tell their parents, you know? You got that on your mind for the rest of your life. Yeah.
The message seems to be hitting home. Losing your licence and wheels can have a powerful effect.
If you cry, we take a photo with tears. So don't cry when you see your car disappearing. Right?
Yeah, because that ends up on the wall.
Does it?
Yeah.
The wall of shame.
No, not really. He's just left with a smile on his face, and I'm not too sure what he's smiling about because he's going to be off the road for the next 12 months. I don't think he'll be doing that again anytime soon. Well, hopefully not anyway.
Sergeant Helen Polk and leading senior constable Trevor Stowe can't work out why this driver won't give them his name. The breath test shows that he hasn't been drinking, but there's definitely something up.
Now, what you've done by remaining mute has put you in a situation where you're not going back to the police station. We've got to establish your ID. Okay, if we can't do that, we'll have to get a bail justice in and get you remanded.
The young man's night is suddenly taking a drastic turn for the worse.
Have you got a licence?
No.
You don't have a licence. Never held one.
At last, an explanation for the bad driving and lack of communication.
So how'd you get over here tonight?
My mate drove the car here and he got intoxicated, so he had a
He sent you on the food run?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the mate has started up again.
Yeah, well, sovereign rights, all right? This is a corporation, what you're doing. Vic Roads is a corporation. It's illegal. No, it's not. It's unlawful for them to have to ask me for ID because it's a corporation. I should just be driving on their road. They have nothing to do with anything about the government. That's my sovereign right to have my freedom to not have to...
I think, tell him to go home.
Paul, go get Joe and come pick us up back in the car.
So the mate who got the young man to drive without a licence and then told him he didn't need to talk to the police now gets to go home with all the food.
Save us some food.
And the young driver heads off to the cells for the night.
We'll take you back to Oakley, see if he changes his mind. If he does change his mind and tell us who he is and where he lives, and we can verify that, we'll issue him with a penalty notice, cut him loose. If he doesn't, we'll have to get a bail justice in and put our case to the bail justice, see if we can get him remanded.
Just when they thought it was all over, someone returns demanding access to the car.
I'll just open the car for this bloke so he just wants to grab the bag of food.
So much for the young friend. It's all about the munchies.
Mate, you have got rights.
Understand.
Mate, look, we're here for your rights as much as anybody else's, mate. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if this was your car and somebody else was in it and we just let them go because they said, no, mate, sovereign rights, you'd be a bit pissed at that, wouldn't you?
I understand. I don't have anything against the police force at all, man.
No.
I believe everything they have.
Well,
they
listen,
stand for and everything.
in the future, when we do pull anybody over, mate, just let it go until they're speaking to you directly about anything you've done. And if there's a problem, then you can sort it then, all right? Cool?
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yep.
Good, mate.